Hello, everyone. I am turning 25 in exactly 1 month from now, 7th of December. And the last 5 months has been really challenging for me. And I want to use this opportunity to sum everything up and bring out the best aspects of my life and share some of my experience and insights and hopefully heal through this journey. I'm gonna get quite emotional from time to time. But I will start from some very basic things. First, who am I? My name is Anastasia, but for the English speaking community, it's easier for me to go with Stacy because Anastasia is too long and Nasta is a big part of me, but as well as there is a Stacy in me. I'm from Ukraine and I was born and raised and lived all my life in Kharkiv, what is in the east of Ukraine, and I left 10 days after the war started. Me and my mom, we went to Germany because my uncle was working there, and I've always dreamed to go to Germany. Well, not always, but for the last 7 years. I fell in love with German language and then I had opportunity to go and I was really excited and I wanted to do my masters here as well and I didn't know how, but um it was really hard, but I knew that this was a chance to make my dream come true as well. So once we came to Germany, I wrote emails to different universities and I was finishing my bachelor that year. And I'm studying opera singing, and music is a big, huge part of my life, along with languages. I love learning languages, I love literature, I love finding some weird meanings, hidden meanings. That's that's all me, definitely. So then I was accepted as a guest student in Hamburg, Hochschule für Musik und Theater, and this was a huge honor for me and an amazing opportunity for which I'm so grateful. And I had this opportunity, possibility to work with the professors and see how it all works from the inside. And I also applied for my master's degree right away, and I managed to do it. And that is crazy because I came in March, then a few weeks later accepted, and then I moved to Hamburg on 9th of April, and the deadline for the master application was like the last day of March. So it all happened so quickly, and then 31st of May, it was the Aufnahmeprüfung in German, what is the exam. Thank God I only needed to sing. That's it, comparing to bachelors where you have to play piano, you have to do the music theory, and it's all in German and it can be a bit complicated. So that's how my journey here started. And later on, I kind of I started to get used to living in Germany, and I lived in a wonderful guest family. And I am also incredibly happy and grateful that they gave me this opportunity to just come to a family, and I never felt like I was alone, and it made it much easier. And then I met my amazing, incredible boyfriend just a month after this, and I feel like it's been going like a dream come true. Like it's all I wanted. It's right here. And I did one master's, and now it's a second year. And semesters here are a bit different. You start in October and you study till the end of February, and then March is a break, and then you come back again in April, and you study till the middle of July. So um, everything should be great, right? But there is a but. um, Starting the spring, I started to have some anxiety symptoms, and it's really hard sometimes to realize what's going on with you. And I've been struggling with low ferritin for practically as long as I can remember. So you think, okay, maybe something is wrong with me, and you start spiraling and so on. And then I one of my teeth kind of cracked, and I need to have it removed, and I'm super afraid of dentists. I have paranoia, and it's really hard to manage. And we did an x-ray and saw that my wisdom teeth um just taking too much space in my mouth. And now, or 5 years later, I need to have them removed. Even though they didn't grow, they didn't really cause any problems, but they they made and created a lot of pressure. um and we decided that I will have it gone all at once, all five, because I couldn't really imagine removing even one in that condition I was in. And I decided to pay for the general anesthesia. I always mix up because there are too many languages in my head right now, and you know what I mean. So I did that, and the the operation itself went okay. I fell asleep, I woke up, I was a hamster for like 5 days, and then after 2 weeks I was recovered. So like my body recovered really good. But after a week, I started to have this panic attacks symptoms. At first, I felt like I couldn't breathe. I would go to supermarket and kind of feel like I'm dizzy, and I I don't think I ever really was dizzy, but this feeling is so real. And there were a few times where I just like had to sit on the ground, and I didn't know what to do. And then uh, another time I was just going somewhere, and I felt like I'm losing it. I'm losing it, and I had to call my boyfriend. He came, and I was like sitting on the ground, and I couldn't get up. I had such a huge anxiety, and we had to call the ambulance because I didn't know what's going on. I felt like I'm gonna pass out. I felt super dizzy. My legs were weak, and I couldn't really tell if something was really wrong with me or not. And I've always also I've been working on my thyroid balance, and it's it was kind of not fully known, like if that's going wrong or not. And we called an ambulance, and they were really nice guys, and they said I'm hyperventilating. It looks like a panic attack. So they brought me to the hospital, and then I spent, it was already like 7 p.m. and I spent 5 hours there. First 2 hours I just sat there on my own. um I felt calmer, but I still felt really, really crappy. And then they took my blood, and then I waited longer, and then I had some results, and everything kind of looked okay. So then they suggested if I wanted to go to talk to a psychiatrist, and I thought, okay, I mean, why not? Like, I'm already there, and maybe there'll be some nice person I can talk to, and I would feel better from that. But there was some guy that, like, it looks like he deals with crazy people, and I know I'm not crazy, but all the questions he had to ask me were quite on the edge, and they made me really uncomfortable. Plus, they kind of brought me to this neutral room, what made me feel so much more worse. And there are no windows. It's just like this beige color, and he just was like really neutral in his emotions, and he just like wrote that it's a panic attack and I could go with this to the therapist, but it didn't really help. So coming out there was not not really helpful. And yeah, and at some point it got worse. I mean, I went to the therapist. Thank God I found a really nice woman, and we did all the tests, and my ferritin is low at this point, and I have to work every day to kind of rise it. And ferritin is what is responsible for the oxygen in your body. So when it's low, you can have some symptoms, but she said it shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't cause this kind of things. So this is how my journey started, and I just want to make not a wish, but sort of a wish to recover and have this behind me, because I've tried so many things in this time. I've tried talking to a psychologist, I tried resting, I tried taking vitamins, I put myself in the situations I'm afraid of all the time. I've never stopped since that moment. It was really difficult. I need to do a concert. I had this wonderful trip to England planned, and there were some meetings. There were some things that I wanted to do, and I was super afraid of, and I still was doing. And my normal life has been affected. It's been challenging to go to a supermarket, and at some point I kind of lose the feeling of that I can do it on my own. And it's a really weird period for me. And I know that it's a part of transformation. And I have a lot of dreams and goals, and I I just want to know that one day I will wake up and I will know that all this work, it kind of made me feel better. I would wake up and feel like I'm worry free, or I would I would be able to go through the day and not have a breakdown, or I wouldn't have to like really push myself. Um, that's my intention. Yes, I want to set set this intention that I would feel really good in my body. I would feel connected, but I would also feel that I can regulate myself easily, and that's what I want to work on. And I've been working on loving my body more, even though I accept my body, but I tend to focus on all the things that are wrong with me, and that is not making me any good. I've tried so many self-regulation techniques. I've tried to feel all of my emotions and let them out. I've been facing my fears. I've been doing a lot of meditations. I've been doing a lot of online courses, working on all the spheres of my life. I try to work through my moving and post moving to a different country experience, post traumatic experience, and this whole topic of where my home is. That's also confusing for some parts of me. I've been working on separation. I've been challenging myself to do things on my own. I've been trying to do sports every day for some period of time. I've been trying to heal. I've been taking some calming pills. Um, I've tried so many things, and I feel a little bit desperate on one side because I I would think that by this point I would have felt better. But yet here I am. I struggle to go to university. I struggle to do daily stuff, and it's it's really exhausting. I am tired. Um yeah, this is this is how I feel. And my emotions are really, really strong. Sometimes I'm really angry, sometimes I'm really frustrated, and I don't want to feel scared anymore. I don't want to feel terrified um anymore. I don't want to have this feeling that, like, next second I'm gonna fall, or next second something is really bad gonna happen to me. And I know that I have a very strong energy, and I know that I can impact people on a very deep level, um, with my positive emotions and also negative emotions. And I want to choose to transmit the positive energy and the the positive impacts that I can make on maybe your life. But I have to accept all the imperfections of me. Here I am sitting under my wonderful bed. It looks a bit weird, but at least I've got some nice lights out here. And I am looking forward, and this is let it be a new beginning, a new journey. And I have this notebook where I decided to write insights about different aspects of my life. And since my range of interests is super wide, it's gonna be everything. Be prepared that it's gonna be everything from movies and books and music, through some psychological insights, and who knows what. My hobbies, I don't know. But it's gonna be super random sometimes. I promise you that it's gonna be random and interesting. I don't know. But I want to create the picture of my life for myself. and all the aspects of my life at this point, everything that was before and everything I dream of and everything of who I am now. And even if I'm not in the best place at the moment, I want to make this month count and start being a person I I want to be. Okay. Well, if you listen to this point, then I'm really grateful, and I hope to talk to you and to guide you on my journey. Welcome. Welcome, and let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, and let's see where it leads us. Bye.